Hey, good day. So here's a shoe rack from the dollar store. I'm gonna do this configuration right there, and have my kindling on the bottom, and then my bigger pieces up top. So we'll see how that goes. My system's fine now. I just got a couple of baskets to hold the wood, but you know, I'm trying to upgrade and improve. I'm almost at that point where I can start enjoying my land recreationally. What I got to do this week is I got 3 roof screws to put into the outhouse. I guess when I built the roof, or when I put the roof on, I must have ran out of screws. I can see that the front can use 3 more, so I got to do that. I got to finish building shelves along the edge of the shed inside between the studs. I did 2x4 construction, so the walls, you know, the studs come out 3.5 inches, plus a little lip of the backing of my workbench that I have. So, you know, I get 3.5-inch shelves. You can easily put propane bottles or citronella on there. Certainly my fasteners, a whole bunch of things. So I got to build out those shelves. I got to clean up the rest of the tent pad, all my off-cut wood underneath here. And I got to make private property signs. I've got metal signs. I just need to cut wood so I can fasten those signs to that wood and then put that wood onto the tree. So I got to do that. And then I got to walk the frontage and put those private property signs on. And while I'm walking, I also want to take some trail tape and mark off where I think possible driveway entrances may be, where it's kind of level enough around the road. And while I'm doing the private property signs and scouting for driveway locations with trail tape, I also want to do GPS coordinate mapping, or just like longitude, latitude coordinate mapping of my property in certain key parts, like the northern and southern boundary, the driveway, maybe where some private property signs are, definitely my first campsite, definitely this site, definitely where my cabin's going to be. The skating part, the gem of the creek where the log is, and the third beaver dam is. Next week is going to be all about, you know, putting the generator away, maybe giving it an oil change, busting out the chainsaw, trying to harvest a fallen birch tree that I saw, and maybe bring my skates, and certainly investigate how the ice is and stuff. So. Anyways, it's pretty nuts. The sun is out. Happy about that. I haven't seen the sun in a long time. It just kind of uplifts everything, and you know, you have some light, and you can start seeing around and stuff. So, I'm a nut for maps. I love maps. Ever since I was a kid, and even today, like in my office job, I would. When I was bored, I just hit Google Maps, and I still do that today. I love maps. That's something I should have gone into, but you know, there's jobs for that stuff. I can't remember the name of it, but it's now a course that exists. It didn't exist when I was going to school, but it exists now. It's like a GIS specialist, whatever that is, or that's the mapping that's used. But there are people that learn that and run that, and man, that would have been awesome to do for a job. But hey, I'm not doing that. I'm out here in January. Yeah, in January. So if I can get through all this kind of cold and stuff like that, because December I can do, and I started here in May, but by this time next year, I should be doing these videos down there by the tent site. Or by the cabin site. Anyways, I gotta get moving because it's cold. Later. Okay, So I got my shelves up. The one over here and the far one over there, they're full pieces. And everything else is 2 pieces together. So like there's one and there's another, and you can see the line in between. See the line in between. And you know, I've got these bigger boards here, and I've even got these ones here too that are going to replace the ones the mouse shit all over on my tent pad. You know, I'll just have things on top and you won't even know that it's 2 pieces. But you know, I may even go up another level for more shelves, right? So and here maybe a TV. But when I was working in the shed a lot, kind of staying still, and it got cold. I felt cold, and I tried the toe warmers, didn't really work. Once I started chopping wood and swinging the axe and moving around and stuff like that, doing that, once I started doing that around 5, just after 5, like my body started warming up again. You know, being on the ground like this, or being up a little bit, or just, you know, my feet always being down on the ground where the cold air sinks, it gets cold. But when I go to sleep at night, my core is really warm. My midsection and my feet stay warm too, because I double up on the layers back there. So I think I have a good system for staying warm overnight with the blankets and the sleeping bag, and yeah. So I haven't been shooting a whole lot of videos. I've just been busy working because I got lots to do. Always lots on the go. Just doing some emails, and you know, realizing truths and stuff like that can always be hard, but anyways, onwards and upwards. I even had to do the little Velcro here. So, because just keeping it loose like this, the draft comes in. And on a night like tonight, you don't want the draft. Like, that's ice. So all the moon is out. You can see the moon over there. The stars are out too, but I didn't bring my brother's camera. So let's see what we got. Here we go. That is minus 11. Boy, it is cold out here. Can't always do all this with one hand. I'll try to film. And what do I need? I've got the fruits and veggies in there. I think that's it. Alright, well. Thank goodness for this chimney pipe, which I bought and then rolled it up, snapped it into myself. But then the stove I made out of that kind of material. So how awesome is that? And nicely stocked with wood as well. So it's cozy in here. I can feel the heat coming out. So let's get back in. All right. Staying nice and toasty here. I can feel the heat coming off. Feels so good once you get a ripping hot fire. From a great time here, minus 11, minus 12. Gonna have some hot tea, and yeah, just rip some podcasts, and then I got my got some chips and some chocolate and some Star Trek later, baby. Love it. Love it. It was a good day getting some shelves done. I got more shelves to do. I think underneath here is pretty clean. I've got some more plywood behind here to clean up. I've got to bust out my chainsaw and use that for the first time and harvest some wood so I don't have to keep buying it and lugging it. Well, I don't mind lugging it because I'm going to be lugging it on the property here. I'm cool with that. But like buying it from the city and then hand bombing it in, like I'll do that a couple more times, but I got to start harvesting my own wood. So I want to start using my chainsaw this season, this winter, and take care of that birch that has fallen and maybe some other dead wood, standing dead wood, and start stacking that. Yeah, and then I got to get to ice skating. It's cold enough out there to ice skate, that's for sure. That creek's got to be frozen, especially by the part where I'm looking at. So I gotta skate. I would like to snowboard, maybe snowshoe. Anyways, I'm gonna get to my tea and more chilling. Later. Hey, good day. This is what it's like. It even gets to like this sometimes, so I can cover my nose. Let's look at the temperature. But yeah, this is what it takes to stay warm. I got my sleeping blanket, my duvet, and then a third blanket on top. And I've only got one layer of clothes on, but I should have more because it's cold and I can feel it. So, but time to get started. Time to get the fire going and time to wake up and get eaten and get warm. Just ripping some bacon. Think I might have had a little splatter on the lens here. Clean you up. So, we'll see how this turns out. Well, let's give it a flip now. Wow. One flip. There's 3 pieces in there. Woo! It was a bit of a cold one last night at minus 11, minus 12. Right now it's minus 5. You know, my body stays warm and everything. It's just my my nose. I don't even mind, you know, my cheek, my eyes, my mouth. It's just my nose that gets so cold from breathing. So I kind of got like half got to put the covers over my head, but I don't always like sleeping like that. It's not very comfortable. I like to have open airway and all that sort of stuff. Ugh. So gonna go start the truck and take care of the garbage here. I do garbage every morning, you know, with my recycling, and I've got my garbage can further down away from the site in case any animals want to visit. It's so comfortable in the tent, you know, just to sit down and watch, listen to a podcast, just hang out, sit by the fire. It's just so awesome, so comfortable. I could just stand there and bust out the laptop and start working, start writing, and you know, say, oh, I'm gonna go for a hike and get dressed for a hike and go on out and, you know, really have a great time out there hiking and you know, because the landscape here is like I said, dare I say, a little dramatic. So there's some points where you got to get down on your ass or crouch and like sit down and then crawl down or slide down. So yeah, you know, I'd love to do that and then just come back in and have a fire and just, you know, pure recreation. I'm hoping next week I'll be able to have some recreation. I got some shelves to do in the shed. I want to do another whole row of shelves and then start stocking them. And at that point, maybe do the outhouse roof. It's going to be dark by then or close to it. I'm not going to feel like it. I'm just going to feel like chopping wood and then head inside. So, and the outhouse roof will have to wait for tomorrow. So let's get started. Later.
week. I could be your fantasy.
Just having some yogurt here, and it's frozen. So I guess I'm having some froyo, and it's winter. It's like snow everywhere, and I'm alternating between my right hand is now warm, but my left hand is frozen. So like I'm eating with my right hand, that'll get cold. I'll glove that, pocket that, get that warm again, and then use the left hand, like. But yeah, I mean, look at that. Real different trying to mix it up. But yeah, you should know, I also get slushies in winter as well too. So, welcome to Canada, where we have frozen yogurt in the middle of winter, in the middle of the woods, off grid. Yeah, love it. Anyways, time to get back to the shed and get my nutrients, and it's almost time to start chopping wood, but just hanging out in here for a little bit. I haven't been shooting a lot just because I've been sort of winding down on the work to be done here and the projects and such. You know, I've got a lot of scrap wood that I'm using to make shelves and everything, and that's going well. It's going to snow overnight. We'll see. We'll see how much snow there is, but it shouldn't be too bad. Like, I'm not hearing about any massive storm or anything coming, and I'm living up here, or I'm attempting to live up here. I'm living part-time up here, so I want to make this work. And I'm going to have to visit the garbage with snow-covered roads. And I have done partially some of that. You have to gun it going up some hills, and you got to hope that no one's coming the other way. But one thing is for sure, you have to stick to your side. Unless you can see. Unless there's stretches where you can really see, you have to stick to your side. Because there's some blind hills. And if you're coming over the hill, just as another guy's getting there and you're in the center, you're going to hit each other. So... but sometimes on these country roads, when they're not that narrow, you want to drive in the center because that's where it's most, you're going to get the most traction because it's most well-traveled there. Not the edges where you have a chance to, like, you know, as someone I knew said, get sucked into a culvert, which sucks because knock on wood, that hasn't happened. I don't want that to happen because then you got to, like, call someone to get you out. And that sucks, so pay money for that shit too. Anyways, having the last of my tea here, and then I'll get the baby wipes and wash them out so I don't have to wash them out outside and deal with water, super cooled water, like freezing on me. Wow. Science. I got a little bit of snacks to hit. I've got the garlic bread out still because I might have to rock some more of that a little later. Yeah, this it's doing well. It's done bacon, it's done sausage, and I've heated up bagels, like I've toasted bagels. and my waffle. I've done potato in here, so I haven't done eggs, but I'm gonna maybe try mushrooms and onions next week. I think that'll be pretty cool. Anyways, my light's kind of dying on me, and I'm gonna get here chilling and watch some Star Trek. Thought I'd just rip a little video for posterity. Later.
Core, I must see that. In our society, males and females work separately, but I can see the wisdom of your approach. Promotes a more stimulating environment.
It's time for lesson 3, getting to know you.
Elaborate.
The key to finding a compatible partner is learning how to share your interests and goals. We'll start with hobbies.